los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
This winter, at the base of Aerie Peak, descended a multitude, a people of a higher standard, a following of the Convert to Raid show. This nameless mass will henceforth be known as the Converted. Alright guys, welcome to the first episode of the Converted podcast. We're so excited you guys could join us. My name is Bill Schnickel from the Convert to Raid Guild in Aerie Peak.
I'm Salmisis, but around Aerie Peak, people call me Sal.
And we're pumped, man. We're excited. We had this idea to do a show that would kind of further involve the community, get everybody involved in what's happening, give a voice to the guild. We all love the Convert to Raid show. It's a fantastic show, and that's kind of what brought us all together. But we figured let's have a video cast and kind of get different guests from the guild to come and talk about their raid teams, talk about what they're doing, different events, and just kind of get everybody more involved in what's happening. And that's why we're here. So we're really excited. We hope you guys like the show. We're going to try to come up with different ideas every week to keep it interesting, keep it exciting. So I hope you guys really enjoy what's going on here.
Okay, anyone who stumbled across this video and doesn't know what Convert to Raid is, it's a really popular podcast about raiding in the World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, or WoW, is our game. Okay, CTR, they encourage people to get into raiding. Zug, Solar Flare, and Coltrane gives us raid stats, strats, some class chat, and now they've given us a guild. Hey, Bill, when the announcement came that there was going to be a CTR guild, how did you make the decision to come over and join?
Well, I was in the middle of my guild. I was on a guild on Horde side. I was in Boulder Fist, and my team, my raid team, and really the reason I play this game is to raid. I mean, there's so many things to do, but I play this game to raid. If there wasn't no raiding, I wouldn't be playing. And the raid team that I was on was kind of dissolving. Our raid leader got a new job, and we had a couple other people that had some other conflicts, and the team kind of started to dissolve. So the timing was perfect. You know, I was listening to the podcast on the way to work, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to move over to Aerie Peak, and come on, let's play," and all that stuff. So it was perfect timing for me. So I made an alt over here and kind of checked it out, and I was just blown away by the guild chat. And you know, I'm used to the smaller guilds, so there was so much activity and so much stuff going on that I was gonna wait a couple weeks before I brought my priest over. I brought him over in a couple days. You know, it was awesome. I was really blown away.
I didn't even take a couple of days. I was driving down the street. I was going to the bank, and I was listening to the podcast. And actually, on that particular podcast, they said we've got a really, really big announcement. I said, well, what could possibly be that big? What, they're going to go Alliance? Like I said, they're going to go Alliance? No way. What? They're Horde. Darn it, if they didn't go Alliance and invite everyone to come with them. And I was driving down the street going, what?
Yeah. At first, I was kind of bumming about not bumming, but I was kind of like, Alliance, really? I mean, I used to be Alliance back, you know, when I was back in the day, but I'd gotten used to being Horde, and it was also more money to change faction and thing. But it's been so worth it. You know, it's been such a great move, and I couldn't be happier. And before we get going too much further with the show, I really want to thank the guys from Convert to Raid for supporting us and doing this, and for getting us all together. I mean, the show. I mean, we all love the show, but this guild is so much better than I even anticipated it would be. And everybody that I've run into has been just class act people. I mean, I know whenever you have 3,000 plus people somewhere, there's going to be some people that you know, you might say, okay, this guy is this guy or this girl, whatever. But almost everybody that I've played with has been fantastic. I've had such a great time so far. So really, thanks guys for setting this up, man. It was awesome. It's better than I ever anticipated it would be.
Yeah, I've grouped up with a lot of people. I've made a ton of new friends. I'm really glad to have it.
So basically, we're going to get to the meat of the show. The meat of the show is going to be our raid team interviews. What we want to do is every week we want to get a different team and interview that team and talk to them about what's happening on their raid teams. What are some difficult encounters they're having? What's their progression like? Basically, ask them a couple questions and kind of get to know them, and that way you guys get to know the different teams, even though you're not on those particular raid teams. So our first interview this week is actually the raid team liaison. Yeah, yes, I'm breaking out the French today, but it's the liaison for the raid teams for the Convert to Raid Guild. His name is Teke, or Teke, as we say in Spanish. So we're gonna have him on, and hope you guys enjoy the interview. Check it out. All right, guys, we have the pleasure of having the Convert to Raid team liaison here with us today. We got Teke. Teke, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. I actually like the way you said liaison.
Hey, man, every now and then you got to throw a little French in there, a little croissant, you know what I'm saying? But anyway,
I like it.
Can you tell us what the raid team liaison is and what your function is in the guild?
Basically, my function in the guild, of course, I'm one of the officers, and we've all pretty much been given some tasks to accomplish inside the guild. Mine being raid liaison. Pretty much that means that anything that the raid leaders need as far as guild concerned, let's say that, you have some raid members in Convert to Raid Shaw, you have some in Galleon, and you want to get them all in the same place. I take care of that stuff. If, you recruit someone outside of the guild and it's past the first week of the month and you need them in, then, you talk to me. I can get them inside the guild within that, the 3-week period where we're not inviting new alts, stuff like that. Pretty much anything that the raid leaders need that the guild can help with. I'm kind of your connection between, the raid leads and Solar and Zug and those guys.
Okay, awesome. Now, so what are some of the benefits? Because I know I've talked to you before in game about getting my team all in one spot, but what are some of the benefits of having the raid team all in the same guild? I mean, is it achievements or?
Well, first, yeah, you've got guild achievements. Each guild, we're working off of separate achievements for each guild because they're all their own individual guilds. So that's funding the bank, number one, for each week you get those. And number two, you've also got guild firsts, for especially with this new 5.2 coming up.
Right.
You're going to have guild first kills, all that good stuff. And I know whenever I was in AIE, we actually tracked those individual within each guild. Somebody could have had AIE Gravitas first on a kill. Someone could have had AIE Invictus first.
Okay.
And, we were proud of those sub-guild kills.
Sure. Okay. All right, so basically the process of getting that done, are people having to like G-quit from their current guild and come in, or how do you do that, or is that something you kind of work with the raid leaders individually and set that up? Like, is there an easy way to do that, or is it just kind of like they have to G-quit and then get re-invited, or how does that work out?
I'm trying to do it individually with each guild, with each raid leader. Pretty much, the raid leader will come to me and he'll say, "Hey, I need to get all my guys into this guild."
Okay.
And most of the time, the easiest time to do it is pretty much like right before you're raiding because all your raiders are going to be on, and you decide which one you want to go to. I go to my tune in that guild. Your guys G-quit. I add them right there. Everybody's in the same guild on the same page right there. But yeah, the easiest time to do it is right before the raid because everybody's on. Of course.
Yeah, makes sense. And have you had any issues with any? Has there been any problems to this point, or has everything been pretty smooth?
Not yet. Kind of getting the process itself off the ground has been a little bit more work than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I think once I get all the procedures I want in place, it's going to be pretty smooth.
Awesome.
And the word gets out, that everyone knows that you're the one to go to. Yeah.
Exactly. I've got the announcement up on the team threads in the Signals Media forums. So hopefully all the raid leaders are looking there. That way they know what my function is. So they know, I'm the guy to come to.
It's definitely a position that's needed. Yeah, no, definitely, man. And I found you on there too, and it's a position that you need because, the Convert to Raid guys they got the guild set up, but a lot of these day-to-day operations, you need help. I mean, the guild's enormous, and having someone like you there is perfect because the raid leaders need somebody to kind of go to, and you seem to be really involved, so that's great. That's fantastic. So we're going to talk about your raid team. Sal's got some stuff for you about your actual raid team because you're actually a raid leader, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, this is way more important, I think, because I want to know about how you're doing with your team, right? I love my team. We're pretty tight. I bet you're the same way. What's yours called?
Actually, I'm on my second iteration of my team. The original team was called Wiping as Intended.
I love that name.
Yeah.
We liked it. Basically, what happened was Darius, who
Yeah.
is, also Morena's grandpa, whoever you want to call him by. He was one of my healers. Well, he kind of comes from, I don't know, he's kind of cut from a different cloth as far as Raiders have. He came from vodka, he came from Exodus. So I think he's one of those kind of guys who's just not, he's not really having fun with the game unless he's doing those hardcore progression.
Right, really pushing the
deals.
progression. Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
So
he started a hardcore team.
he started the team called the Casuals. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, he wanted something else with the game. And a lot of the people on my team also, they wanted to see what their limits were as far as how far they could go in the hardcore game. So, those guys kind of.
He poached people from my team, too.
I'm definitely not going to use the word.
Poach.
I won't use the word poach.
Poach. Those are fighting words, man. Those are some strong words.
It's pretty serious.
He took, one person from our team
Yeah,
wanted to try the hardcore experience. And
yeah, exactly. I'm not
casual.
Gonna give,
yeah,
I'm not going to give anybody grief if they want to, for their gameplay. So.
Yeah, it's your time, and everybody's got their. And that's the cool thing about this guild is there's actually a raid team for everybody in this guild.
Pretty much
All levels of raiding, and that's kind of what makes it so fun,
Especially from actually tracking the raid teams now, I can say that there is almost a raid team for every time of the day and every weekday. Right now we have 27 fans and 25 fans.
Wow, that's a lot of teams. That's fantastic.
That is a lot of teams.
So how's your progression going? Yeah, let's tell us about the team.
New iteration.
Sorry. Okay. So basically, like I said, 7 people left for that. So they're overdoing their thing now. They're actually one of 12 now, so they're doing pretty good. Apparently, Hordon's a pretty tough guy, so they're working on that. But we went ahead and started, got the recruiting thing going back up again, and we're full again. And tonight's actually our first venture into the Throne of Thunder.
Oh, sweet! So you guys are going right into 5.2 stuff.
Nice.
Awesome.
We're gonna try it. We'll see what happens. We may have to back down to 5.0. As far as the wiping is intended,
working on Elegon.
Hey, man,
well, the 25s. It's a lot tougher. So managing that many people. I was a co-lead in vanilla trying to manage 40 people, so I definitely feel the pain.
Oof, yeah, I'm also a co-lead. Our other raid leader, Sushin or Copperbolt, she's awesome. Couldn't do it without her.
We went the wiping is intended. I think we were together for 4 or 5 weeks. We went 12-16 in 5.0, so it definitely wasn't bad. We did pretty good. And the new team, we actually renamed it since there's only 3 people, like 3 of the original members left. So we went ahead and renamed that one Boats and Hosen.
Yeah.
okay.
The Step Brothers.
So yours is a 10-man.
Yeah.
Group? Mm.
I don't have the time to manage 25 people. I have some serious respect.
It's a different animal, man. It's definitely a different animal.
Got time for that?
Definitely.
I don't.
I actually went with Salad Senate on their first raid night, and that's actually how I met Sal. She's the big the picture lady, the screenshot. If you need screenshots, get a hold of Sal. She's all about the screenshots.
I do take a lot of screenshots. Okay, what are the strengths of your team, the Boats and Hosen? Like, what do you got like really good there?
Honestly, the only 3 I can really speak about right now are myself and the 2 that came with me, because tonight's our first raid. So
who stayed with you? What are the tunes that stayed with you?
Shenyan, he's a resto shaman, and LOL, she's a disc priest. So basically, I got myself as a hunter with a DPS, and I got 2 heals.
Yeah,
so
well,
we had to build around that.
Yeah, you got your healers going. That's good. That's good.
Exactly.
So, did you find everyone in your new iteration? Did you find everyone on the forums, or did you go out and recruit?
Pretty much.
Calling people?
No, I put the new thread up for Boats and Hosen, and then in the thread name itself, I just put up, hey, we're looking for this and this, and then just going through the free agent thread there, just kind of going through and looking at people who needed teams, talking to them, seeing if our times matched up, and that's how I pretty much filled it. I thought it was probably going to take 2 weeks to do, and it took me about 4 days to fill those 7 spots.
Honestly, there are tons of people trying to get on raid teams, and there's tons of raid teams wanting people. So it just doesn't take that long.
In this guild, there is no excuse. If you want to raid, there is a place.
There is a team for it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to touching base with you in the future because I want to see how this new team does, and that's kind of one of the things we're going to do on the show is kind of just meet with teams again, and kind of follow up and see how people are doing. But it sounds like you guys are hardcore, man. You guys are going into 5.2 right off the bat, and that's exciting, man. New bosses, that stuff's really exciting. We're a lot of us are doing some of the older stuff just to kind of get geared up to do that stuff. But you guys are going right there, and that's going to be fun, man. I'm really excited for you guys. That's cool.
I have another question. Loot rules. I want to know what the raid team liaison uses for loot rules. I mean, that's a big question that everyone has in their own little groups. So
I fielded a question from Team Voldemort about loot rules last night for something for them. I'll get into that in just a second. But as far as my team on wiping is intended, the first few weeks we used Suicide Kings. We actually had that the Conqueror Suicide Kings add-on. It kept going kind of wonky and not sending people to where they needed to be. So mid-raid in a Heart of Fear one night, we just pretty much scrapped the whole thing and now we roll main spec off spec. I mean, it's
easy.
Yeah, this team we're pretty close knit. I mean, nobody really misses that much that you need some kind of EPGP decay or anything like that. I mean, and none of us are there for loot, so it's not a huge issue. So.
Right.
But with Voldemort, they were asking last night, because I actually did the whole getting everybody into the one guild last night with Voldemort. It's a 25-man team, so I was swamped with whispers there for a second trying to get everybody in. But they were asking about EPGP, because the way EPGP works is it actually uses the officer notes in each guild, and that's where it tracks your numbers between your EP and your GP if you've ever actually used that system. Well, in CTR, we use the officer notes for things. We use it to track alts. We use it for invite dates, for promotions, things like that. And Darius is basically our programmer. He's the one that sets up all of our things, like the way our applications work. And basically the applications, once you apply, it creates a profile for you on our apps page. And we can go through, and if we type in your main, and hit search, it brings up your main and all of your alts, because they're all tethered together with that officer note. And so basically there's no way to use EPGP because we have to use those officer tabs. So they're looking for something else right now, but it kind of stinks because that's really the way they want to go, especially with a 25-man team. You really need something to track decay, because you're going to have, you're going to have a lot of, kind of a revolving door policy with people, because if you can get 22 people there all the time, you're doing great. But there's always going to be 4 or 5 people that are always going to be, swapping there now.
We shoot for 20 core, and then we've got another group of 5, 7, 10 people that can swap. But we're always pugging 1 or 2 people, so which is fine for us for casual.
Well, listen, Teke, it's been great talking to you. Thanks for coming on the show, and thanks for what you're doing in the guild. And to all the officers and everybody that's doing something above and beyond just playing the game, we really thank you guys, because it's a lot to run this guild. And thanks for making that easier for everybody. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate having you.
Well, did you say everything you wanted to say?
Was there anything else? I don't want to cut you off. I'm not trying to kick you off here. I'm just...
No, Belschnickel steps on my words all the time.
Well, that's how I roll, But we just gotta keep it going. But thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate your time. And
but did you have anything to add?
No,
so now you're stepping on my toes here. What's going on here? All right.
See who can talk over.
One last time. Do you have anything to add?
No, not at all. Basically, if you need me for something, you can find me in game.
Okay.
Pretty much all of my tunes are some iteration of the word Teke.
Okay.
So if you see anything that looks like that, then it's me. Otherwise, you can find me in the LFO channel. I'm always in there, or just on the forums themselves.
And do you have a Twitter or anything you want to pimp out, or do you use Twitter?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
No, that's cool.
I don't use it enough for it to be like something.
Okay. So in the game, you're on the forums all the time. You got the little post there talking about the raid team liaison, everything like that. So raid team leaders, you can go there. This is your guy. So that's it, man. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate your time. Really do.
Thanks for having me.
Our first guest.
Yeah, we'll catch up with you in a couple weeks or months and kind of find out how you guys are doing.
Sounds good, guys.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was such a great interview. Thank you, Raid Team Liaison, for coming on the show. Fantastic, as always. Listen, we look forward to talking to him again in the future. If you guys have any questions for him...
He was our first guest, like the #1 guy for all the raid teams. That's really cool.
He's the man, and he stepped up, too. We had a couple PMs, but he was the guy we went with the first time, and we're going to try to get everybody in there eventually. So we're really excited about doing that. So thanks again for coming on.
Hey, Bill, what of all the subgroups for CTR, which raid are you in? Sorry, guild are you?
I'm in Kazakh. Convert to raid Kazakh.
Oh, me too. Okay.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. And really, when this first started, I didn't imagine that there'd be actually 4. I figured there'd be 2, maybe 3. I don't even know if there's a limit. I don't know if they have even set one, and if they haven't told us. But I'm imagining there's got to be at some point a saturation point, but maybe not. I mean, hey, conversion rate's big enough for all. I would assume.
Okay, but Kazakh is a boss, right?
Yeah, they're world bosses. I did a little research on the side, because that's how I do. And I found that Kazakh and Azurigos are both Burning Crusade world bosses. Neither one of which I've killed. And Shah and Galleon, obviously everyone knows who they are because we're killing them now as we speak. Not as we speak, but you know what I mean. Now we're killing
Not.
them.
I'm playing it right now.
Content.
I'm killing Galleon.
You're killing him right now. Yeah.
Chop some legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where those came from, and I would assume they're going to keep going down that line with different world bosses and stuff. But if they run out of world bosses, we got raid bosses and everything like that, so we can kind of go on forever. I mean,
Well, there's a lot of world bosses, right?
there's a lot. There's a lot.
If you read the forums, people have given their opinions about what the next groups should be called. A lot of people are saying there should be a CTR Hogger.
Yeah, I saw the Hogger. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, what do you think?
I would hardly call him a world boss, but
Well, it depends. At what level did you try to fight him?
actually, Hogger beat me down as a young
Yeah.
lad in the hills there of Elmwood Forest. So
Because you're a dirty hoardy.
I leveled Alliance. Actually, my first two, and there's nothing dirty about being Horde, okay? But no, I leveled
That
Alliance,
guys.
and I got turned to at the time was the dark side, I guess, Horde, and I like it there, man. I miss the Horde. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still call for lust on my raids, and I'm not changing to heroism. I'm staying lust. I'm all about the lust.
I guess so. No, if you were to name a world boss for another CTR group, like, do you have a favorite?
Belschnickel.
CTR Belschnickel.
Only because Belschnickel's awesome, and I think that would be cool. It's not gonna happen, but I think
Mine would be Fatty Goat Steak.
I like that fatty goat steak.
CTR.
I like saying fatty goat steak.
Huh?
I like saying that word, fatty goat steak.
Fatty Goat Steak. As everyone here is my witness, I will never do that quest again. Never do that quest again.
Quest? What are quests? I don't do quests anymore.
What, you're not?
I don't.
Are you not exalted with the tillers
Yeah, but that was easy. That was fun actually.
quests?
I'm,
That was
I'm,
fun.
I'm done with dailies. I'm done. I mean, I do the ones that now that we can get rep from like doing the daily heroic and from farming. That's all I'm doing. That's it.
Okay, what about the 5.2 stuff that just came out? You're not doing that?
Probably not.
What? No, it's good. You get to turn into a Sarok, right? And then you jump like halfway across the map and up mountains and stuff.
Everything I'm doing is whatever I got to do to get to rating. I mean, if I have to do
You
that,
get gear by doing dailies. You get a bunch of 5.2 gear.
yeah,
Get that high level up.
I'll probably do it, but I hate doing it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's keep the show going. So basically, next.
Okay, if anyone has a comment or opinion about which world boss should the next CTR guild be called, put it in the comments down there.
Yeah, there's tons of them, so there's plenty of options. I'm sure these guys have some in mind already too. So, but yeah, suggestions are always good. Sal, what's going on with the guild events? I know that when they first started the guild and everything like that, people had ideas of what to do to kind of get everybody involved in the community. What's going on right now in the forums and the guild events?
I'm all over the forums all the time, right? But did you know that we actually have event leaders, like event planners for a guild, people who do this as their guild job?
Who are these people? Like tell me. We don't know, because I know they're out there. No, I know they're out there, but who are they and what's happening? I mean, I've heard something about a pet thing and a fantasy something or other, or what's up?
Okay. Well, okay, last week there was Iron Pet tournament, right? And Spencer took care of that. And I was talking to him, and he had a really good time. Is that it took a long time last week, but next time they do it, which is April 13th, you get your battle pets out. You can win a Dark Moon Rabbit, which is a pet that I do not have.
So you're really into this pet? You're into the pet battles? Are you a pet battler?
DPS has long queues, so that's what I do.
Okay, that's cool. No, I think it's awesome. I've heard people talking about it. I haven't done it yet. I haven't even tried it yet. So
I think I have 15 level 25 pets now.
So you're really into it, is what you're saying?
I don't know if that's really into it. I mean, I don't know.
That's really into it. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe somebody has 30
have
or
you
40.
tried it? You haven't tried it at
I
all?
haven't tried. I wouldn't even know what to do, what it looks like. I haven't done
Oh, come
anything with it.
on. It's fun. It's fun. And you get to collect all the little things. And I love my elemental pets. They're good.
I'll try it out. Maybe you and I one time will get on there and battle it out and see what's up.
Oh, that'd be fun.
All right.
Okay. But it's not just pet battles.
What else?
Slick Rock, who happens to be on my raid team, okay, and a really nice guy. He's doing a fantasy baseball league.
Okay.
Just like normal fantasy baseball league, but it's going to be within the CTR guild.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Anyone that wants to sign up for it, we'll put a link down there, or you just go to the forums under events, click on it. And he's also been spamming guild chat with it, fantasy baseball league. So if you ever see Slick Rock spamming guild chat with fantasy baseball league, give him a whisper, give him a click. He's really looking forward. He's really looking forward to it.
And if you guys aren't using the forums, get on the forums. I mean, there's so much stuff happening there. Sometimes I'll go on there and on the bottom, it tells you who else is on there, and I'll be like the only one, and the forums is the place to be. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. Check it out. If you're not doing it now, do it, because there's tons of stuff on there.
Okay, well, let me tell you about another event that's coming up.
Okay, what's up?
Do you listen to Torin Think Tank?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's a good show.
Yeah. Well, Jules happens to be in our guild. She's planned a movie fantasy league.
Okay. That sounds cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's something for me, because, I don't really watch baseball, so I'll probably join up with that.
That sounds
And she
fun.
actually just posted that today.
Okay.
I noticed. So I'm like, yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah. So that's what's going on. How often do you get down in the forums? Like, do you read everything?
I check them at least once a day, on my phone or when I get home or whatever. I usually go straight to the team pages. That's kind of where I'm usually looking, you know what I mean? And our team is full now, so I just, I subscribe to my particular feed. So if someone posts on our feed, I'll see it. But I was going a lot more before when I was trying to recruit people, but now that our team is full, I don't really go as much. But I got to go back, though. The forums are cool. I got to definitely get in there a little bit more, even myself. So... All right, man. Let's keep the show going. So there's a couple things that changed over the last couple weeks. And if you guys listen to the show, the Convert to Raid show, they talked about it then. But we're gonna just touch on it real quick here about getting new invites into the guild. Before it was kind of like you logged on and you went into the officer channel there and tried to get an invite. They're setting it up now so you can only get invited new tunes the first week of every month. And the alts can come in at any time, but the first week of every month. Now, what they're saying also is, if you're moving over to get onto a raid team, then you can get invited to the guild, but you have to talk to your raid leader, and they kind of have to work some magic with the raid liaison or something like that to kind of get you in. So there are some exceptions, but for the most part, any new invites the first week of the month is when it's all going to happen. And I can totally understand why, because oh my gosh, every 5 seconds it's boom, so and so has joined the guild, boom, it's constant. So this is a lot better way to manage it. Definitely.
My co-raid leader is Sushin, or Copperbolt, depending on what tune she's on. She was just constantly in the officer channel, just inviting people, invite. And I was like, hey, man, what are you doing? Hey, she's not a man, she's a woman. But you want to run a scenario or something? And she just totally couldn't do it. There'd be hours at a time where she just absolutely couldn't play the game. So
yeah, it's constant. I'm sure it's slowed down a little bit now, but it's better organized this way, and it's smart to do it this way. So... So that's pretty much all in terms of announcements this week. What we're going to be doing every week, guys, is we're going to have different announcements from the officers. So, we're going to kind of try to get you guys information from as many different angles as possible. Forums, the Convert to Raid show, they're doing their thing. We're going to have our thing. But we're going to try to just make sure you guys know kind of what's going on.
Okay, one big thing. I know we're kind of pimping the forums a lot today, but that's where we get a lot of our information from. If you are in Convert to Raid, there's a reason you came to this guild, right? And if you're not on a raid team, get on a raid team. Join a raid team or start a new one. There's raid teams at all different times of the day, all different days, all different levels. I'm in a casual team. We're still doing 5.0 content. There's a hardcore team going. I know. You can make your own team with your own times and get people in. I know there's a segment maker, Chai T. Now he's the guy that does the monk meditation segments at the end of TR. I looked on the forum today, and he has started a brand new raid team. Doesn't have anyone in it yet, but he said, here's the times I want to do it. And now people are going, I'd like to do that. So he just took the initiative.
That's the way you got to do it. I mean, when we started our team, I came over with Hot Tub, a buddy of mine from my other raid team, And at first, we were trying to see if we can fit into a team, the two of us. But either the team needed a healer and didn't need a tank, or vice versa. So we started our own team, and just do it that way, guys. I mean, don't be afraid to set it up. There's so many people in this guild looking for teams, or for spots. Just set it up. Just do it. You know what I mean? Don't think about it too much. Just get a couple guys together, a couple girls together, and make it happen. The forums are full of people looking for teams. I mean, they're looking for team page. The people that are free agents is full of people. Full. So,
yeah.
Just make it happen.
Okay, I guess we're running out to the end of our cast today. Be sure to leave comments with or suggestions in the bottom. Also, you can come onto this show and come pimp your raid team. Okay?
Yeah.
Let us know. Give us a PM. We would love to have you on.
Yeah, I mean, this show is for you guys. We want you guys to be as involved as possible. If you have ideas for the show, let us know. We're going to have all the contact information on the bottom and on the credits at the end. Let us know what you guys want. If you want to come on the show, you have something to say. This is your show. We want you guys to have fun. This show is all about the Convert to Raid Guild. It's about what's happening in the guild and really stuff just to enhance the community. That's why we're here. We're having fun. We want to get you guys involved and make it happen. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. Episode 1 is done, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We're going to do this every 2 weeks. There's going to be an audio version as well on iTunes, so you can subscribe to it, and listen to it in your car or whatever you're doing. So YouTube will be the place for the video, and iTunes will be the place for the audio for now until we kind of work some other things out. But thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been great.
And there's a whole bunch of links you can click on for all the stuff we've been talking about today.
All right, guys. 2 weeks. We'll see you then, okay? Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.